minimum wage $12 an hour bill.
Yeah, what's that all about?
So I'm in the room and Asia's with me, and I've got to talk to him about this bill, and I can't because the right number is $15 an hour.
Yeah!
Yeah, so I'm sitting there, and I've got this folder in my hand, and everybody's looking at me, and I said to the representative, I said, you know, this next bill, I got to be honest and tell you, I have no support for it at all. Because if it's not a living wage, it's not a part of the solution.
That's right.
So I looked at him and I said, Representative Kirby, I got to tell you, this number should be 15. And you know what he said to me? He said, Tony, the time is right, the time is now. If this bill had $15 on it, it would pass.
All right.
I couldn't believe that. So I want you to know, you guys are going to be successful. This is a victory that's going to happen.
Yeah!
Don't let anybody convince you that there's no money for it. Don't let anybody convince you that you're reducing jobs. Because you know what? When we want to go to war, we find the money.
Yeah!
Okay? So where the heart and mind is, there go the commitment. And we are committed to bringing the living wage to everyone here and our family, in our communities, in our state, and in our town. So keep the fight, brothers.
Yeah!
The Aerospace Accountability Bill that I want to talk to you about is a bill that brings transparency and accountability to that money that the legislature gave Boeing.
That's right.
We couldn't find money for McLaren. Couldn't educate our children because we didn't have the money. Of course, we can go to war, but we couldn't find the money. We couldn't support 15 now, but we could support aerospace jobs in Washington. So we made that decision. The problem is there was no accountability in that bill.
Amen.
And so after the money and the decisions were made, Boeing began to reduce its workforce in the state, but still had access to the money. So the bill is House Bill 2146. Is that sound coming from me? But when you're as big as I am, sounds happen. You start, auditing yourself. Anyway, I thought I've got to. Anyway, so this money was out there, and Boeing really has gotten a lot of great gifts from the people of this state, and that's why we've been so successful. But this time, it was the biggest incentive in the history of incentives. There's never been one larger. And in spite of that money and that promise and that support from you, Boeing has already reduced its manpower by 3,000 people. And it's still going down. So not only do we need 15 now, but we also need high-wage jobs available to our children.
Yeah.
Okay? So that's why this is important to you. Your child should be able to become an engineer if he wants to. Your child should have access to all of these high-wage jobs that are being subsidized by the legislature. So we have to stop the flow of these jobs out of the state. So what the bill does is it tells Boeing, for every 250 jobs you move out of this state, we're going to deny you access to the money.
Yeah.
It says we're going to return accountability to the taxpayer, because that's where the money's coming from. The legislature doesn't have any money. It's your money. So every 250 people that Boeing shows as a reduction, they lose money. When the count gets to 5,000, they get nothing.
Oh.
Right now, they're at 3,000, 60%. Now, understand this. If Boeing takes that money, who pays that money back? Because that's a hole in the budget. You pay that money back.
Okay.
That's your
Can
money.
to
support this bill.
Okay.
Because
Tom
every
wants to
time
talk
you see
to
a
you.
tax incentive go out, it means that that person doesn't pay their fair share, and you make up the difference. This bill was drafted by the unions, by SPEEA, IFPT 2001, and the International Brotherhood of Machinists, Local 750. And they're all Boeing employees. These are Boeing employees telling the company that you're not going to screw my neighbors. I'm a Boeing employee, and I back this bill. I want you to back this bill because it's your money. Again, it's House Bill 2147. Call your guy. Let your guy know that you work for him. Fuck you, hippies! Don't you just love it?
Where was the media for that one?
Yeah. So again, this accountability bill, it is a bill to get you value for your money that's being spent. Okay? That's all I have to say. Solidarity, everybody, and I really enjoyed the time I had to see.
Thanks, Tony. Ah!